Hello guys, Ollelito back here with a brand new Tuesday tutorial on the channel. As you've seen by the title, in today's video I will be teaching you guys what I'm thinking and my thought processes are working when I'm trying to do a comeback in EFC 25. So, we're going to look back at a game where I managed to come back from 4-1 down in the 60th minute to win 5-4 by the 88th minute in the Serie A. So, let's just jump into today's video and see how you basically try to do comebacks in EFC 25. But before, don't forget to smash 100 likes on the video and don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Now, let's go. So guys, I think first of all, a lot of you guys can relate to this game as it is a back and forth game. I started off the game really well. In this game, I already finished first in my group, so I didn't really have any pressure on me. But as I said, I think a lot of you guys can relate to this because we start in with a great attack. We're in the black kit and Principe is playing for Lecce. We score here a really good goal. Double tap square pass to Henri, who has an open net there. Manages to do the Rashford celebration, scoring to make it 1-0 in this game. But I think I was playing really well the first kind of 12-15 minutes. And I had a big chance to score to make it 2-0, which we obviously will take a look at. In the attack after, Principe scores to make it 1-1. So we just keep on playing a bit here and let's just look at the big chance that we managed to actually choke a bit. So as you see here in the background guys, we're 1-0 up, we're 3v1 here against his opposition, and I basically have an open net here. If I just shoot this first post with Leao, I reckon it goes in, but I want to play for the 100% chance and I do double square here instead. I don't know why Leao didn't really make the cross, even though his center back would have blocked it, so it wouldn't have been a goal otherwise. But the thing that happens here, I'm expecting Barbo to win this. I green time it, I don't score. After this chance, obviously great chance, I should have scored that one. It's just my fault that I didn't, right? My opponent Principe then will go on the other hand and score his first goal of the game and winning the momentum over on his side, because we know how much momentum based this game is, right? And this was just going to switch the whole game. So he finds a perfect pass into Dumbia. I think I was in the lane with Pavard. As you see there at the top right, I wasn't really too happy with that. I felt like I was in the lane to block the shot. Even though Principe does super well. Really good goal from him. But I felt like I got a bit unlucky. If we look at the replay here, I mean, I think Pavard is in front of the shot but just taking his foot away, which is like a pretty common animation on this game. Obviously, pretty decent goal from Principe. And now, let's see how momentum changes in this game. And I can tell you this, boys, after that goal that he scored, I felt like I just couldn't get close to him. And I feel like you guys can relate to that a lot as well, because obviously you have games in champs where you just feel like the opponent just has the momentum on their side and you can't really do anything. So once again, he finds a striker Henri. He's actually turning away there from Desai. Green times the finish into the back of the net. Good goal. I don't think I defended that too bad with Desai personally. I think he was actually like some decent defending. But I mean, overall good goal. Maybe I should have pressed tackle. I don't know. I was a bit afraid to give away a free kick on the edge of the box there. But overall decent goal. But as I said, I told my coach I can't get close to him. I just can't get close. So this is where it was going to be an uphill battle. Let's see. So we're at the 42nd minute here, and I believe I actually switched here to the 4-2-3-1 formation because I felt like it was going to be more compact then. And I was also switching to 95 depth because I wanted to be a bit more higher up. The thing that 95 depth does is that this happens. Obviously, good goal, green timed into the back of net. But as I said, I just felt like I couldn't get close to him. And I told my coach, Venny, at the top right there as well, I just can't get close to him. I just feel like gameplay is slow. I can't get close to him. He can just do whatever he wants on the edge of the box. Just wait for me to commit players. And then he finds the kind of like dangerous pass into one of his strikers and attackers. So again, good goal from Principe. And yeah, we were trailing 3-1, especially in like a pro game like this where it's actually serious. It's really hard to come back from. It was going to get even worse, boys. And I wanted to get this as well. Look at the top right. I said to Venny, as I said now a couple of times, I just can't get close. He told me it doesn't even look like you're, you know, trying, if that makes sense. You see my face, I was quite, I don't know. I just didn't know what to do really. And Venny kept on telling me like, just go for it now. I mean, he felt like I was playing a bit afraid, which can happen for you guys in FUT Champs as well. Obviously, like trying to get kind of that next step towards like another rank in FUT Champs could be like a nervous game and such. But he felt like I wasn't really doing the stuff I needed to do to be able to score, which I probably wasn't. But also, I just felt like, as I said, I just felt like I couldn't get close to the opponent really. But if we fast forwarded then, if you guys want to watch the whole game, it's on Serie A on Twitch. If you guys want to basically see how the full game developed and what happened. But if we go a bit forward here, we're already in the 55th minute here and it's still 3-1. So here I'm like, okay, I need to start going forward. I need to start committing plays forward because, I mean, I'm losing 3-1. And it was going to get even worse then, obviously. He finds a very, very good pass into here to Henry. A very, very good extra pass from Dumba into Rivaldo. Fantastic goal. And from here, I was like, yeah, I mean, this most likely GG's, right? But obviously, this is where my kind of pro mindset kicks in, because this is what the difference between a pro now and a casual is, that a casual would give up here. They would just like commit players forward and it would just be GG's. As you saw there in the background for a split second, because they actually switch from the gameplay to our overall cameras. This is my point of view, right? So if we just pause it quickly here, you can see that with team management, I'm in the 4-2-3-1 second variation. And that was also because I wanted it to be more compact in defense, because I felt like I couldn't really get close to him and put pressure. But the thing after this is that I switched to the 4-2-1-3 with just attacking as much as I can. I had attacking wingback on Theo Hernandez, for example. I had my center midfielders or CDM still on deep line playmaker. I had my wingers on inside forward attack, because I need them to, you know, commit numbers forward. And I played 95 depth, which is aggressive depth, but also counter. So you will see from now on, after the pause here, that, you know, I just start to take risks. I just start to go forward, start to, you know, be a bit more aggressive with my players, like you see in the background here. And from here, I was getting like a lot of counter-attacking opportunities. Here again, I do kind of a wrong decision. As you see, my right winger here, I believe Ibarbo, I should have just played him here in space and then just take space. But here again, you start to overthink, because you're 4-1 down. You need to make the 100% chance. And you see here, Principe still had chances here, you know, and I'm not saying I got lucky to be able to win this game still, because as I said, he had a few chances to just put the game to bed. If he scores 5-1, the game is GG's. So close here, for example, to get in behind and having a good chance of scoring 4-2. But we were going to get back, and this is basically what I tried to tell you guys. I was just sending players forward. As you see here, I start to send Theo Hernandez just to have a runner going forward. I don't really focus on him yet, but now when he's beating that kind of line, I do a creative run, but then make him run. The thing that's happening here is that a ball roll away from Van to be able to find a finish. If I can't find the finish, the thing I'm doing is that if I'm just doing a normal pass back to Henry here, the pass will bounce a lot, because ball roll and then make it 180-degree angle pass is not really that good on this game. But the thing that I do is that I do R1 with triangle, which is a precision pass. And you see how accurate the precision pass is. I mean, I think he gets a bit fortunate with the auto block. We get a bit unfortunate getting the ball back to Liao. And the game is 4-2 now. And I'm just telling Vinny, I mean, I just need to keep on doing this. I just need to keep on going forward. And I just need to keep being brave with my decisions. So, as I said, not really a great goal from my side of things. Principe, as you see here, still has like a 3v3 here, kind of. I don't really want to commit with Pavard there, because I felt like I didn't really have space. Here again, if he gets like a bit more lucky here, I mean, he can score 5-2 and just put the game to bed. But as I said, I was not giving up. And once again, we send Billing here on a run. We have Henry making a great run here. Billing with a very heavy touch, unfortunately. You saw me at the top right there. I wasn't really too happy about that. But Principe just makes a big error here in the game. You don't really see this a lot in pro tournaments. But I knew he was holding the ball for long. And if you want to reverse that back, just look at Vanny's reaction in the background at the top right corner. He couldn't really believe it himself either, and we basically got a free goal and scored a 4-3. And once it's 4-3, you know, you're smelling blood. You're there. You just want to attack, and feel like you can basically score more goals. But as I said, Principe had some really good chances here. As I said, he could have put the game to bed. I was rushing a bit too much here, but I was going to get a really good chance from this. So as you see here in the background, I find my winger. I manage to find Maradona, and after that I want to play for Maradona. The thing that happens, I can't really find Maradona, which is fine. He passes the ball away, and once again here, I'm sending Marquisio on a run. I want Marquisio to make the threatening run going forward, and for me to be able to have a through ball pass to him later. So the thing I do here with Billing, I'm very cold. I'm not really just passing the ball away, even though he's close. I'm finding Henry. And once again here, with Henry to be able to make this pass to Marquisio, he needs to do a double tap triangle, because the double tap triangles are way better when you want to break the lines between the midfield and especially the defense. Finding Marquisio. So double tap triangle to Marquisio, who scores here to make it 4-4 in this game, and we were back. Only from basically, we were 4-1 down by the 62nd, 63rd minute, and now it's 80th minute, and we managed to score 3 goals. So we basically scored 3 goals in a pro game in like 15 minutes, which just means you're always capable of coming back in games. So here again, Principe was getting into the box. I felt like I defended that pretty well with Dasai. Obviously, it bounces back. That's just EAFC 25 in a nutshell for you guys. He was having the ball a lot there, but my chance was going to come to put this game to bed. I can't really find anything here, so I'm just going for the Ollelito play, as you guys have have heard about a lot when I'm streaming. So I'm getting very, very lucky here. He should have had the ball there 100%. But I decided to go down the byline to be able to do the Ollelito play, as I said, once again, trying to find something. I can't really find Leo here. The thing I do, I found Billing. Billing is left-footed, so it's very, very hard for him to find Marquisio or Maradona here on the edge, so I'm not going to play for that. The thing I'm doing, I'm just waiting for him to move players out of position. Now, I see Marquisio is in a perfect spot. Marquisio manages to have the tiki-taka in white, which means that he will be able to make first-time passes better than players that doesn't have tiki-taka in white. So I found a kind of penetrating pass between his center-back and the full-back. And once again here, when you find that kind of pocket of space, you need to be aggressive. So Liao finding Henri, finesse your plus playstyle, files it into the back of the net, and a score to make it 5-4. And as you see here, yeah, it's ice in his veins. We are back 5-4. As I said, this game didn't really matter too much. I would have been way more emotional if I managed to score that goal in an important game. I was already first in the group, even though we lost this game. But as you see here, this is basically how you come back in games. But it was not going to be over there, chat. It was not going to be over there. 5-4, 89th minute, we lead in the game. And this is where you guys just need to think, okay, just stop the kickoff and you're good. And here again, I'll switch to the 4-2-3-1 formation to get my wingers a bit more deeper down so we can have the middle more compact. As you see here, Ibarbo is a bit more deeper down than he usually is. Principe is doing a great speed boost here. I get a bit unlucky once again getting the ball with SAE, but here, I press tackle. But the thing that didn't happen here, chat, is that I'm doing an R1 square here, but look at how Ibarbo is running to the ball. He was like not even, you know, making a full sprint, trying to like, you know, launch the ball forward. And Principe was, of course, going to get a great chance from this. Of course he was. He gets in front of Dumfries. I think I don't really defend this too well, but Billing's AI manages to block this for me. And once again, here just pressing circle and getting the ball out of play. And we managed to come back in the game. We were 4-1 down, 60th minute to win against Principe 5-4. So, what's my thought after this? First of all, you need to be able to keep your mental in a good place. Because if you're not keeping your mental in full place by playing weekend league, rivals, whatever it is, you will not get great results. I know how frustrating this game is. I know, guys. I'm playing this game 6 hours a day, and I'm playing against good players that exploiting the worst mechanics that you can possibly imagine. But keep your mental, have a plan B or plan C formation. As you saw me, I switched between the 4-4-1-1, 4-2-1-3, and 4-2-3-1 formation. So I have 3 formations that I can switch in between, which is obviously super good, right? But also, as I said, keep on playing the game. You will get better by learning these mechanics and try to use the opponents against themselves. Trying to analyze your opponent while playing could always benefit you as well. Yes, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was basically a bit of a tutorial on how you do comebacks in games. Having kind of a plan B, plan C, plan D formation will always help and will cause your opponent off guard. So, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. And as I said, if we could reach 100 likes on the video, that would be much appreciated. Comment something, whatever kind of tutorials you want to see next Tuesday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye bye.